Hi,
Hey,
everybody.
ooh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Ha ha
There
ha.
you go. You got all of them. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Welcome
Mhm.
to another episode of Code Switching Naturally. I'm Chiani.
I'm high yellow. It'll make sense. Don't even worry about
Don't worry about it, you guys.
it. I was tempted to put in, hide it in giraffe's pussy, but I figured that might be a little much.
Going a
Of
little
course,
far.
of course. But then I said it out loud, so like that's probably also as. It's fine. It's fine. Don't
we're
even worry about it.
we're never gonna get monetized.
Oh yeah, no, we're supposed to wait like way deep in the episode. That's my bad. That's on me. You're right. We'll get there eventually. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop being so crass and so vulgar. Offer it. We gotta say it again. We gotta save it to the end, like or at least the middle.
So at least
Mhm.
we can get some ad breaks, something.
Sure, sure. You right. You right. You right. You right. 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 True that.
Um,
Um. So how you been? How you folk now?
pretty good, pretty decent. It's been a swell week.
Okay.
Still sick and dying.
Yeah. What's up with that? What's up with that?
Doctors don't know what the fuck be going on, so they just prescribe whatever whatever.
Fair. Fair.
At this
Ooh.
point, I'm gonna go through nursing school and I'm figured out my damn self. I don't know.
You know what? That I honestly might actually get you a quicker answer, which is wild. It's
I'm a,
wild.
but I ain't got time for this.
So fun story.
Did you just glitch out?
Apparently,
Okay,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Ooh, wild. Because I saw me in slow motion drinking. I was like, that's not what I'm doing. I
Okay.
was done. That was a quick sip. Anyway, um, goodness gracious. I went to Colorado and that was great.
I'm so
It's
glad.
it's beautiful out there. I don't
Uh,
want to live there. Would not want to live.
why not?
Mm. Um, so one, it get real cold there.
Oh, that's
And like
true.
with snow and they have mountains there. And they just leave their piles of dirt just hanging around. And they call them mountains. It's weird. It's weird.
That's what you call the mountain. Wow, piles of dirt.
Well, that is what my boyfriend called them. And it was funny to me, and so I've kept it right here in the noggin.
Got it.
Um, yeah, no, it was no, they're just out there. You just see them like wherever you look. It was wild. Again, beautiful.
That's great.
Great place to me, for me, to visit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I try to stay away from mountainous areas. Mountainous areas have mountain animals, and I don't like that.
Oh yeah, you right,
Yeah.
bruh, bruh. I was in a town and there was just elk. Yeah, you
See,
know,
my Florida ass,
deer's
not that doesn't make any sense to
deer's
me.
older, meaner brother. Just they was just outside.
No, those should be like cages. They should be put somewhere. No.
Okay, no now. No, hear me out. They were technically well, not them specifically, because they don't live as long. But that's their natural habitat that humans then went, hey, wouldn't it be nice to live here? And the elk were like, I mean, yeah, we did like it. it was it was nice. Oh, there are things here now, I guess. Sure. I'm still gonna chew on this grass real quick. That's pretty much it. But
I'm
Colorado was a good time. I have acquainted myself with edibles.
I'm so glad you did. I'm so
Uh-huh. Those are nice. I've realized I can't laugh too hard on
mm,
edible lest I perish.
because
Uh
Right.
Yeah, because the laugh hits the brain, and the brain goes, "This is great. What a way to go." You know what I mean? I just right, just hit a quick reboot real quick while I'm laughing. It's fine. Um, but yeah, no, that was a good time. Do you have any rants? You got
um,
anything else you want to get off your chest?
I would like for people in the healthcare department to care just a little bit, just a little bit
Mm,
care. Um,
mm,
Dying. I know you're not dying. I am, and
hmm.
I need help. And you
Right.
being, yeah, I don't know, bro. It does not help me.
Ooh, I don't know, bro. That's wild.
Yeah,
That's
we're gonna
that.
just. The response I get is, I don't know, bro. We're just gonna take a bunch of swabs, and I'll get back to you.
Okay. All right. Did they give you an ETA?
No,
No. Okay.
they were just
Oh,
like, oh, maybe like a week or so. You know.
interesting. Interesting. Yeah. So about that,
Yeah,
no.
but ghetto ass urgent care. I don't know.
Mm. Where'd you go?
I couldn't tell you. In urgent care.
And urgent care. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Well, you at least did what we told you to do.
I did. I showed up.
So there's that. But and urgent care is not comforting. You know what I mean? It's not comforting. It's not great. Not ideal. But anyway, not the point. Um, so I have one. It's just real quick because I'm not like fully connected with it, but I want to pull over and just talk to my fellow gays. I don't know if y'all noticed, we don't have an AyJay. She's not here. She outside. She's
Outside.
doing her thing, and we're gonna let her do that. Like I think that's probably gonna be the sort of the case for this season because we're
Yeah,
traveling. We're we are
just
we are
sometimes us might.
otherwise engaged. We will make time to make episodes, but if it don't happen, might not have all of us. That's just
It's
what it is. You know, love us for all of our flaws. Um, but yeah, so I wanted to talk to the gays. It's gonna be a gay episode. Tune in. Buckle up. So hey, and this is for specifically, my white brethren.
mm,
Hey, y'all. So I understand we like to make statements. We like to be art pieces. Um, shit doesn't need to be involved with that. With making a statement. You know what I mean?
right.
Shit and piss play. I'm not gonna yuck your yum. I'm not gonna do it.
How
But
do we
like
do?
maybe don't be outside with it in the hot sun. For context, Jenny, there was a gentleman that was at one of the, sort of outdoor street festivals,
Mm.
um, with shit all over him
Oh no. Oh
as a statement,
no.
you- as a statement to, you know, to
Mm.
consent, because he is a fit gentleman, and so outside the sort of thought of consent is not always adhered. You know what I mean? When it comes to like, oh hey, that's an attractive individual, I would like to touch up on them.
Right.
Right. And so he was like, I'm gonna put shit on my body so that people think twice. I was like,
You you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. You don't have to go that far.
you don't. Mm-mm. And that's kind of where I'm at. Hey, don't put shit on your body and be outside
I,
around other people. Don't do that. That's gross.
great point.
Somebody, somebody,
Uh,
re- somebody
good
responded.
point.
It was like,
I applaud the message.
absolutely, the message is so important. It's
So,
so real. It's so true.
um,
Not the canvas, not the delivery method. Don't love that.
I don't like the way you told that story.
Yeah. No, like we could have done something else. That's really all I'm saying. You can use paint.
You
Paint works.
it could have been
Just
some.
use oil paint so it don't dry. So it's still on you, so that when they do that, they make a mistake. And they know for better, don't do shit. That's not good because it was bright outside, which means it had to be a little bit warm. You know what I mean?
I know they smell awful.
Like
Ugh,
that's a smell you can taste. You know what I mean? That's a
disgusting.
smell. Like because you approach and you're like, oh, what
Mm,
is that? You see exactly. You get it. You understand.
mm.
hmm So yeah, if you're gonna, make a statement, don't do it with shit. That's all.
White people, go get your white people. Please go gather your people. Uh, Do something. Get them before they get outside.
Oh my goodness. No, they can't do that. They can't help themselves.
Somebody.
Mm. I'm so glad to be surrounded by, you know, the white people that get it. You know what I mean? They understand. I'm so blessed, truly. Yeah, because I can't tell you the number of times where like my white friends are like, fucking white people. And I'm like, yo, seriously. Like fucking mood, bro. It's wild. But yeah. Um, are we ready to get into the subject for today?
Let's dive into it.
All right, cool. So there's a theme, a subject matter. Whether or not that's where we end up, who's to say?
We're gonna power through.
Absolutely, we shall persevere, and I'm gonna try my best not to circle back around. Oh, she's gonna kill me for that one. She's going to kill me. Worth it. So worth it. Anyway, so in honor of it just being Channy and I, what we got to do is that gay shit. So what's up? We're talking about coming out, as October is, the time for National Coming Out. I know National Coming Out Day is this month. I don't know. Is it the whole month?
I think it's the whole National Coming Out Month.
Okay. Yeah. So National Coming Out Month. Um, everybody's journey is different. I mean, hell, like the young kids' journeys now are way different than,
Their stories are so very different.
Yeah. And like, you still get the tried and true, like, ain't no son of mine, type
Right.
bullshit. But for the most part, it's just like, yeah, I've been gay since third grade, and what? Like, which is, I mean, like, I definitely had, inclinations, like those moments of like, probably should have known. You know what I mean? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it happens. But, I think we talked about our coming out stories earlier, like on one of the other episodes.
I think so.
Where it was kind of like I did friends first, and of course I did take a step into the bi first, and like
As one does.
correct, and like at
It's
a big age of nearly 35, I'm still like, am I though?
You never know. It might be.
Because
People.
like here's the thing, right? I have always recognized and have definitely done so recently, recognized and understood that women are beautiful. They just are. Like, and I like women. I'm
Right.
unfortunately attracted to men, and that is just, that's the burden that I have to bear. You know what I mean? That's my cross.
And we are straight.
I would love to just not, because my goodness. But here we are, thirsty. Just
Famished. I get it. I understand. Um, I have an unfortunate affliction of being attracted to men on the occasion. Um, but I also like women's. And
right. And you know what? That is good for you. That is great. That is great news for you. and I wish you all the best in that, because truly, truly,
I'm still
like,
recovering my affliction of liking men, but it seems to not be going away.
I know, ain't that a bitch?
It's chronic.
Like, and some of them are so fine too, and you're like, you could just be there and just look how you look, and that'd be fine.
No, and that'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. That'd be good for me. You know what I mean? That'd be great. But then there are words, and then the words make me go. You know what I'm saying?
Like, oh no, you have
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, exactly. So, but today we're going to talk about how coming out is not just a one and done sort of situation. You know what I mean? Coming out is an all of the time and forever thing, which it shouldn't be, but it is. So
I tell people, once you come out, you will never stop doing it.
right. And honestly, that needs to change, right? That
Yeah.
should absolutely no longer be a thing, because one, it shouldn't matter, because unless I am actively flirting with you in that moment,
It don't affect you.
who I'm attracted to doesn't mean a goddamn thing to you. Which is
Right.
why, okay, when we're gonna pull over. We're gonna pull over. Ooh, came up with another rant. I'm gonna have to save it. Mm-hmm. Republicans, conservatives. I'm gonna just talk to y'all as if you were one entity right this very second. My sweet bitch. Ain't nobody worried about you or this idea of the, what is the liberal agenda? And what's the conservative agenda? Because we don't talk about that now, do we? They be talking about the liberal agenda, the gay agenda. What's the straight agenda?
That's a good question. What are the straights trying to do?
Because we've seen that. We see what the straights trying to do.
It's not been good.
Right. Like, they've made movies about what the straight agenda is. You know what I mean?
You know?
Right. So, don't nobody care. So mind your business. And then the whole coming out thing wouldn't have to be a problem, because it, in my opinion, it continues the othering that humans love to do.
Coming out, I feel like coming out shouldn't be an event that we make it. That it shouldn't be so heavy. I don't understand why it's been like that. But I mean, I get it. People don't know how to handle that kind of conversation, or finding out that somebody is gay. That's shocking to me. It's like people who have known you for very long, suddenly they believe that you're a different person all of a sudden, just because
Right.
they find out that you don't like pussy. I don't know. I don't.
Right. Right. Because, like, one, what that got to do with you? I know for parents, they're like, maybe not have children. I guess. I don't know. I don't speak straight, so I don't really actually know what there's. Yeah. But where is the least comfortable place for you to come out?
In a Target.
Fair.
In the middle.
Fair.
Yeah. It was not a good time. It was one of those moments where my mom forgot that I was not straight. And I'm like, hey, Mom, remember your child?
Remember this.
Go.
Right.
It's not changed. I'm not straight.
Right. But that's still, it's not a phase. It's not a phase. I need to The emo swoop.
You know?
Um,
And I think
yeah,
people like who can't accept it think that you're just gonna like grow out of it.
right. Yeah, no, like the whole it's a phase conversation, which is wild. No,
No, I didn't change my mind.
right. Maybe you'll grow out of liking pussy. Maybe you'll grow out of liking dick.
Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe
Maybe the gay bug will get you. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just it's a crazy time. Work for me
ugh,
is the most uncomfortable.
seems
Um,
to come out.
cause like most people can just tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty gay, you know. Um, but when it comes to like me being at work, I know it's because sometimes I code switch. I
Mm,
know. But like also I'd be looking at dudes. But
facts.
like it really feels like, especially like coworkers, the ones who see me every day, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they don't be knowing unless I'm like blatant with it. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you
Work
mean?
is always so strange because it's like you didn't know. You can't
Right. Right. You can't tell. What do you
and what
mean?
I can't like can't I mean I could say it out loud, but like this is the workplace.
Right. Right. I'm at work. Now, working at the gas station, my sort of barriers were lax
Yeah,
because one, it's the gas station.
right.
So you gotta have fun somehow. Two, I worked right next to a gym. So the meat was on display. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Might as
tempted.
well call it deli, not dailies. 'Cause, um yeah, it was just so I would let people in a little bit more and a little quicker when it came to, being gay. Because again, I was looking at the meat section.
Right.
Some people were all right with it. I didn't really have any issue. Generally, to be fair, I don't typically have issue with it that often. Because like I'm a big dude, and what you gonna do? You know what I mean?
Right. Like what are they gonna do? Try to do whoop your
Right.
ass? Not
Right.
gonna
You with my ass. All right. Okay. Well,
happen.
I promise you, if it's just me and you, it's not gonna be a good time. And if it's multiple of you might kick my ass, but I'm taking several of you down with me. That's just how that goes. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I haven't had too much of an issue with like coming out at work, mainly because it's so one thing, number one, for somehow the gays will always find each other.
Correct.
They will
Correct.
always find one another. And that's really
Yes.
what we did. All the gays somehow got together. We were like, so you're gay, right? Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then we kept
Yeah.
each other.
It's an energy. You just kind of go,
Right.
yeah.
You're
Yeah,
fam.
very much so. It's just like I see you. Um, yeah, you always find it. That's why I love I've loved LARP because there's a concentration of queer when it comes to the LARP setting, which has been nice.
Yeah.
Like full LARP, not parlor LARP, because there's lots of straighties. But let me not be mean. There are lots of heterosexuals and like parlor LARPs. Still, still gay. That happens.
Right.
From there, but there's a lot of straight people. Yeah, why does okay? Somebody explain to me why my hood looks so derpy. Explain it to me.
I don't know.
So I just kind of whoop, my mirror is mirrored. My camera's mirrored. Don't even worry about it.
The medical's kicking in, huh?
It's starting to, yeah, a little bit. Also, it's mirrored and it's fucking with me. I just sort of that happens sort of normally.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see. Mirror. There we go. Now it works fine. Doing the opposite was not do.
Anyway,
What?
gay shit, right?
Right. um. But yeah. So, do you ever feel like you have to have the awkward conversations you used to have like back in the day, where it's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you. I'm gay," or is it like you just talk about it casually these days?
Because it's so long for me, it's been so many years of me being out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have the conversation anymore. Either you just know or you don't.
Right. You know, that's fair. That's fair.
And there's
Um,
no reason why you should not know. I feel like I put it on display.
right. That's valid as hell. Like met a whole bunch of new folks over last week, with my friend's wedding. Um, yeah, and I didn't have to say it aloud,
Yeah.
Didn't have to talk about it. It just was a thing. Again, I'm gay as hell. So typically, if you're actually like paying attention, you can tell. You'll
Right.
know. Um, of course, with work, you got to be a little more reserved, I suppose, which is why I don't fault too many people for going, "Wait, you're gay?" at work.
Right.
Though also my new job is very much so like, "Hey, we like the gays." Well, they're very much inclusive,
Yeah.
so they support the black, gay, LGBT, the Latina community, all that fun stuff. There are different groups,
Right.
which has been nice. It's been nice. Nice to have a nice inclusive company. They give shit, and that's dope skis.
I do appreciate that of like the play some of the jobs that I have had were a bit more protective about like people who were in like minority groups.
Mm-hmm.
It still just did not feel like I needed to be like out at work. Like it just because the fact that I live in the state of Florida.
Mm. Ain't that the fucking truth?
The jobs can say whatever they want to say. It doesn't matter. People are people, and I still live in Florida.
Right, right. You still live in Florida where the people also live. You know what I mean? They also exist here. Do we wish they wouldn't? Yeah, sometimes. But we're just gonna do our best with those people sort of around us. Um, have you ever felt scared to come out?
Yeah. Um. Usually, if I'm scared, it's because I'm talking to family more so than like
Mhm.
just other people. If it's other people, you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. But my
Yeah.
family means a lot to me. So when I talk about, or like I explain that like I'm not straight or I identify as queer, or even if I say, hey, I'm non-binary, coming out as a different gender,
Mhm.
I do get scared that people will be unaccepting or people will be exclusionary because it's I do understand that like especially when it comes to like the gender thing, it's very hard to understand. But people get hmm, sometimes people get disrespectful when they don't understand something,
They sure do. They sure
and
do.
that is a very common response.
Hmm.
They don't realize that they're being disrespectful, or they're like, "Oh, well, I don't mean to be disrespectful." But when you
Hmm.
say stuff like that,
Yeah,
you
when you say "but," you immediately disregard everything you said before that.
everything like
Mhm.
I'm happy to answer questions. I am not going to sit and listen to you go on your tirade.
Mhm.
Well, I don't give a fuck about gender. Your mama said you was whatever you were, so I'm gonna call you. I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear
Right.
it.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. Ah, yeah, that is wild. And I think a lot of that falls back on people's inability to admit to being wrong or to accepting that they're wrong. You know, they're like, I don't understand this thing.
It's very odd because I'll try to like talk to people and I explain like sex and gender are two very different things. It's about the role that you play. Don't give a fuck. Didn't hear it. Didn't want to hear it. Don't want to hear new information because it goes against what they have already set up in their minds.
Yeah. So the things that we learned in the past, not all of them were true.
Not all of them were right.
Right. Not all of them were right. Not all of them were correct. That's not a reflection of you. That's a reflection of the things that we as a society thought.
Yeah,
and
like
now we're moving on from that thought. It's time to have a new thought.
It is okay to be wrong.
Right. It's also okay to relearn. Like, it's just all right.
Yeah.
But
I also, a lot of times when people are like, well, I don't give a fuck about what your gender is. And that is, people, that's okay. But it's very largely dismissive. And people don't see it that way, but it kind of is, especially when I'm trying to like come out to you and tell you about who I am.
Right.
Well, I don't give a fuck. Oh, okay.
All right. Okay.
Cool.
Right. Now there's a way that sentiment can be stated that's not disrespectful.
You know?
Right. Like I love you regardless of your gender. Or, thank you for sharing that with me. I don't care, like what your gender is as long as you're happy. Like that qualifier at the end is very different.
At least the acknowledgement of assurance that comes behind it, that would be largely different than, well, I don't give a fuck.
Right. Okay. Cool. Then I guess we're done here.
Right.
Goodbye.
That was actually part of, like, coming out when I like first came out as like, I think the first time I came out I was like bi. I said I was bi, and most people were just like, okay, and I was like, oh, there's nothing. No one's gonna say anything.
Okay. All right.
I first come out to friends. I think coming out to friends is so much easier because like 60% of them are already gay anyway.
It's true. Or they're like, oh, yeah, okay. Hand me a slice of pizza.
Right.
Or, hey, it's your initiative. Roll, I guess.
I don't think you should be coming out in the middle of a D&D campaign.
It wasn't the middle. We were on break, but still. You know what I'm saying, right? You get it. It's fine. Yeah. So, goodness, coming out. There are, of course, different. You've experienced different phases of coming out.
Yeah. First time I came out, I said I was bi, and then I was like, well, technically I'm pan, and then I came out as non-binary. And that was very difficult for people to understand because I still go by she, her. And they're like, well, you're not really binary. And I'm like, well, Kate, yes, I am.
Just like, listen, I'm just not,
I'm she. I'm she, her sometimes, okay?
Right.
Like,
which is your right to pick because it's your fucking body. That's all my people thinking, considering coming out. Do it on your time. It's your body. and don't listen to the people that say, hey, fuck off, because they're just jealous and or petty, and we don't have time for any of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also advise, just don't come out until you are safe. I know a lot of people they want to like jump out and tell the world that they're whoever. Sometimes it's not safe, and I understand that like you want to be honest with yourself, but you got to be alive
Right.
first.
That part. That part.
So
Yeah. If it's not looking like it's a safe situation for you to be in,
it's okay.
find that safe. It's okay, but it's also okay to keep it in. You know what I mean?
I get it. Yeah, you know, no one's gonna shame you for that.
No, truly not. If you're ever in one of those situations, find one if you can, if you have one.
Yeah,
Um, but also, if you are in one of those situations where it's not looking safe or healthy, find another situation if you can. Um, because I want all my people, all my little queerlings, to be okay. Because
they,
like,
yes.
because there's nothing wrong with you. Um, People love you, even if it doesn't look like it. And I just, you know,
Even if it feels like you won't find your community, you eventually will.
yeah, yeah. Because I assure you, there's gonna be people just as I'm not gonna put words in your mouth, uh, broken. Because
Yeah,
ain't we all just, the results of our trauma? But you'll find some people.
you find your people.
Yeah. But until then, stay safe. Right. That was really the point.
Shut up. That's close.
Hmm. So, do you have any questions for me for this?
Um, mm. Do you feel like you have to often come out like to your family over and over? That's feel like sometimes I do.
You know what? Not really. At least
Really?
not the close family.
Yeah.
Um, and then all my other families just sort of out and about
Mm.
and like other places, way other places.
Yeah, your family's like all over the place.
Yeah. That's what happens when when your father's the youngest of 18.
My God.
Yeah, I'm tired, and I wouldn't taking no part in that, but I'm tired anyway. Um, yeah. So I don't really have to, thankfully. I also didn't like come out to everybody. It
Mm.
was just one of those. I told the immediate family, and then I mind my own business.
Yeah. The people who needed to know though, they know. They'll
It's
already.
true. Also, most of them, knew back when I was a kid. Again, one of those moments of should have had a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it is what it is. Right. I
Those
know about myself. I know who I is.
kids grow up and being like, that one's gonna be a little fruity when he grows up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just be
Just a little bit. Just a little.
right. Sometimes they call you the tambourine player. But yeah. Oh God. I hate people. Like people called me gay before I even knew what the fuck that word meant.
That's rude.
It is. It is. People be catching the vibes, and I'm like, what do you mean? What is gay? I legitimately got called gay and then went home and Googled it because this was like when the internet first started.
Mm.
And it was a stock photo of two white men with a flag behind them. And I went, they kissing? I mean, I do be looking at Daniel's lips sometimes, though, sure. And I really wanted Sean to be my best friend. Oh shit, maybe I am. That's how. That's how it
Yeah.
happened. And then,
That's
of course,
terrible way of finding out, though.
yeah. Also, I was becoming, I was becoming a man. Uh, so this came with hormones.
Uh,
Uh, and so I was like, okay, well, the gay is happening, and I have seen the porn. Uh, so is there dude porn? And as luck would have it, there was.
in fact.
Hmm. Yes. And in media that I, connected with deeply.
Mm.
I don't know. Okay, I know a lot of you youngins, and I probably shouldn't say this. Ariel, who's doing the editing, don't listen to this part. Um, I did watch porn, like actual like videos, not quickly. But I also come from a time where you could print out artwork.
Did you print out porn?
Yes, I sure did. I sure did.
I'm,
But
I'm like,
specifically, cartoon porn. That was my bread and butter.
really?
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm. Yeah,
well, so exciting.
lots of pictures of Goku just yeah. Um, it wasn't even my favorite anime.
This is so great.
You're learning things about me. Coming out, part 35. I'm 35 this year. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's wild. That wild. Both me and my sister are in our 30s, and that is
Y'all are grown.
we are full grown. I have adult bills. And
Yeah.
like who asked for those? Because I didn't. I didn't want those.
Honestly, I feel like there should be a fund for that because I didn't ask for it.
Right. I'm just here. This shit has happened to me. Like to my person. This was wild. Anyway, um, it's fully connecting. It's fully connecting to my
Yeah.
person. So uh let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Yep. Yes.
Wrap this up.
It's oh Jesus, I'm still dying.
I need that to stop. I know they said, I don't know, fam, we'll get back to you. I get it. That's not ain't got shit to do with you. I just needed to stop. You know what I mean?
Uh, I'm trying.
Okay,
Um,
thank you so much. I appreciate the effort. That's what's real. Okay. Okay.
not die.
Yeah, no, the whole not dying thing. Please no. All
Yeah.
right.
Anyway,
Let's go.
it's
I'm
time
ready.
for music of the week. Music of the week. Hey,
Hey,
hey.
hey,
Of the week. Music of the week. Hey, hey.
hey,
Oh my
hey.
God.
You weren't even saying that much. You weren't even singing. Okay. Nope, you're right. So talking is a no-go for you then. Okay. My bad. My bad. You right. So what's your song?
Um, Ghost Machine by SZA. I was just listening.
Ooh,
Uh,
nice.
after listening to that song, I realized that we should get SZA some help.
Oh, that's what you realized?
Yeah. After
You
listening to the song and like listening to it deeply, I'm like,
oh,
maybe we need to get her into therapy.
oh, okay. All right. All right. Sure. Do you know what? You know which one made me go, huh,
What?
Kill Bill.
Oh yeah, that too.
Rather be in hell than alone. What do you mean? what do you mean?
Yeah. We be concerned about SZA.
Right. She needs to be on the prayer list for sure.
Needs to be. Yeah.
On several, to be honest, whichever gods we hear, because like my girl is great and she needs to be, seen to.
buying the albums, and we love her music and go to these concerts. Listen to what she's saying.
Right. Listen to the word, into the lyrics. Also, there was a little girl I saw on the TikTokers who apparently posted something online. I don't know. It was SZA whack. That's what it said.
Okay.
You're right. Now, apparently, it was meant to be ironic, but also apparently, SZA responded to it because it got posted online, and she was like, "Hey, yo, that's flaw as fuck." So like, be nice to your content creators, to your faves,
Please,
because like they can see it.
They're people.
And that's right. They are whole ass people. They're not, demigods or gods like we like to say,
No.
Right. I know it's funny to joke, like, the Lord and Savior Beyonce saved my life. I get it. But like she already said on Lemonade, if you watched it, you should have, that she says, I'm not God. so like get it together. Anyway, music. Ghost in the Machine by SZA. No, she's not doing well. We already knew that. But we wish her all the best. Now, I did tell you to pick a song, and then I couldn't decide on which one it was for me. Feelings by Dre Scott is still in my top spot. It has not been defeated. That being said, Tiny Things by Tiny Habits. I found them on TikTok. They're fucking chords. Their harmonies are so just. I've listened to one of their like live performances like 4 times this week.
Wow.
2 of those were back to back. Because I was like, but how did that song go? I liked that one a lot. But yeah. So that's our music of the week. We want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed your time here, go ahead and give it a like, comment in the comment section, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell your family them.
Tell your mama and them specifically, or father and them, daddy and them. There it is, daddy and them. And until next time, stay black, stay beautiful, stay humble. Peace.
Bye.